here we have, now the two sides don't show exactly the same thing. Let's go with this one first. So the model goes together over here like this. And so what we have here is a sagittal section. Okay, so this is bladder. Here's sigmoid colon, and then when this is opened up, you can see the rectum. This is the prostate gland, right over here. That's the prostate gland. Now, if we make a section, now this is, I'll come back to that. Okay, so here's the bottom end of the rectum, you know, right over here. So the anus is located over here. I can also point to the anus and the model of the female equipment. This is the bladder cut open. That's bladder. Now here, there's the testis, and that's the epididymis testis. This is the spermatic cord. The contents of that go through inguinal rings. This one, those are openings in the abdominal musculature. This one is an opening in the external oblique muscle. And then there's a little bit of an inguinal canal, and then at the other end it opens through the transverse abdominal muscle, you know, internally. And then, so the spermatic cord consists of the blood vessels for the testis and the scrotum, the nerves for those areas, and the ductus deferens, also called the vas deferens, all bundled together. Okay. Then the blood vessels go their separate way, and so does the ductus deferens. And this is shown too thick, but this is the way it runs. See, so there's the ductus deferens running over here, coming out of the spermatic cord here, through an inguinal ring. And then here's a ureter. See this? Here's a ureter. So it's looping over the ureter right here. Okay. Then, see here, it's running along the side of the bladder. This is bladder. Here, the ductus deferens connects with the duct of a seminal vesicle. That's what this is, a seminal vesicle. And the seminal vesicles in the prostate gland are secretors of the fluid part of the ejaculate. The testes provide the sperm plus a little bit of fluid, but the rest of the fluid of the ejaculate comes from the seminal vesicles in the prostate gland and little glands, the names of which are spelled C-O-W-P-E-R'(S) glands, and most people say Cowper's glands, but probably the correct pronunciation should be Cooper. The name is a trade name. What do Coopers do? They make barrels. You know, they make barrels. But later on, some people with the name Cooper changed the spelling to C-O-O-P-E-R. But the original spelling was C-O-W-P-E-R, and they pronounced it Cooper. Okay, so probably that's an incorrect pronunciation. But I'm going to say, this time I will say Cowper's glands rather than say Cooper's glands. Absolutely no one says Cooper's glands, so we'll leave it at that. So now if we go to the median sagittal plane of the median sagittal section, here's the bladder. This is the urethra over here. And notice it has to tunnel through the prostate gland. This is the prostate gland in sagittal section, in median sagittal section. It wraps around the urethra right over there. So this is one of these things which can be called the argument for unintelligent design, because if this gland enlarges later in life, you know, it may compress the urethra and you're making urination very difficult.
What wraps around the urethra?